Hello my dear student, welcome to biology. Today it's our 9th class. So my dear student, we are discussing chapter 1, the living world, and last class we came to know about what is binomial nomenclature or how we can name an organism. Okay, so my dear student, today let us continue the topic binomial nomenclature, and today let us see rules of nomenclature. So my dear student, while giving a name to any organism, there are certain rules. So when we say organism naming, and that system is known as binomial nomenclature. So how we can name? So the method of naming is known as binomial nomenclature. Okay, and that now why that naming of an organism became so much important for us. Okay, so my dear student, if you see for example, when we say human, okay, or man, also when you say man, okay, so in English it is known as man. Clear? So in English language, if anywhere if you go and if you say they are men, then everybody will understand the language English. But similarly, for example, if a person from Spain, okay, and he have arrived to India. Clear? So but other than Spanish, he only knows English. Clear? And he have came to India to visit India. Now see, if he have first he arrived at Delhi, okay, so he seen some that, okay, man, okay, then likewise all part of India he is traveling. Clear? So he came to Assam also. Okay, let it be that he came to our place. So when he some in our village, okay, if you somebody say human, okay, so our people may not understand, some village people, okay, what is human. Now when he said that, okay, he is talking about the human, and there people are saying that in our own language, that is in Assamese. Okay, so in Assamese we call human as Manu. Okay, so when he heard Manu, then okay, human are known as Manu in Assamese. Clear? Likewise, when he travel, okay, when he have visited the northern India, he heard that human are known as insan. Okay, so likewise in different language in India itself, he have faced so much difficulty to know a single human with different name. Okay, so human is known as Manu, insan. Okay, so in different language, in okay, in our different local language, the name will be different. Now see, for each and every organism we have a local name in our own language, and other than our own language, there is our regional language, then there is our national language. Okay, so now you may see that what a confusion a person may have regarding a name of a living organism, isn't it? So in biology, so that while studying or learning biology, nobody face a difficulty. Okay, because of which what happened, we required an universally accepted name. Clear? So because of which, for each and every organism we have a scientific name, and that scientific name is the biological name for that organism. For example, in last class also we have seen an example that common name is man, whereas scientific name of man is Homo sapien. Okay, so anywhere in the world, if you talk about Homo sapien, okay, so the people who have learned biology, who know biology, you will understand that Homo sapien means a person is talking about human. Okay, clear? So my dear student, Now, while giving a scientific name, while giving a biological name, we know that the method is binomial nomenclature. Okay, but there should be some rules, isn't it? So, there are some rules regarding naming of an organism. Okay, so there are some rules for scientific name. So, today let us know what are the different rules that are made to satisfy the naming of scientific name. Okay. So that rules are universal rules of nomenclature. Okay, my dear student. So all over the world these rules are applicable. Okay. So universal rules of nomenclature are as follows. Number one rule is scientific name should be always written in binomial, that is in two words. So my dear student, always you should keep in mind, and dear student, these rules of nomenclature are very important to know. So be very concentrated and be very conscious while learning all this. Okay. So my dear student, while giving a scientific name, what happens? Scientific name should always be written in binomial, that means in two words. The first word represents the genus while the second component denotes the specific name. Okay, so last class already in the method of naming we have came to know in binomial nomenclature that the system of naming the organism in two words is known as binomial nomenclature. So similarly, the first point represents that the scientific name should always be written in two words. The first word should always represent the genus, and the second component or the second word should always denote the specific name. Okay, so my dear student, let us see one example, that is common name is tiger. So everybody have heard about the tiger, isn't it? So in your local name also there are different name for the tigers, and in English it is known as tiger. Now let us know that how we can write the scientific name of tiger. So my dear students, scientific name of tiger is Panthera tigris. So can you see here the two word is used to express the scientific name of tiger. Clear? So Panthera, okay, Panthera is denoted as the first word and it is genus. Clear? And tigris is the species name or the specific name. Now genus is Panthera and tigris is species name. So these are the two terms, and in this way, so with this example I hope that your doubt is clear that how we can write them in binomial word, that is in two words. Okay, so Panthera is the genus and tigris is the species name. Okay, so my dear student, first rule what we came to know, that scientific name should be always written in binomial, that is in two words. The first word represents the genus while the second component denotes the specific name. Okay. Now the second rule is biological names or the scientific name are generally in Latin. Okay, so biological name or the scientific name, so while giving a name, a language is required, isn't it? Right? So a language is required. So in scientific naming, okay, so in biological naming you will find that a language is chosen, and that language is Latin language. So scientific name are generally written in Latin language. They are Latinized or derived from Latin. Okay, irrespective of their origin. So if a new organism is going to be given some scientific name, then that name should be always represented in Latin language or derivatives of Latin. Okay, you may give name in directly in Latin language or languages that are derived from Latin. Clear? So you understood the scientific names are always written in which language? Latin language or some language that are derived from Latin. Clear? So first rule we came to know that they should be always written in two words, that first word should always represent the genus and second word should represent the species. Second rule we came to know that they are always written in Latin language or derivatives of Latin. Clear? Then my dear student, the third rule is both the words in a scientific name when handwritten, okay, are separately underlined. So my dear student, so here as in this video it is not handwritten, okay, it is in printed. So when you will write in your handwritten, clear, so both the term, that is genus and species, you should underline separately, okay, or printed in italics. So whenever you will find that in any books or in this video also, whenever you find that any scientific name is arrived, then you will find that they are written in italics, okay. So when printed in italics to denote their Latin origin, so this italics, they denotes that they are in Latin language, okay. So my dear student, now let us take an example. The common name is China rose. So everybody have heard about the China rose. Now let us see what is the scientific name of China rose. Hibiscus rosa senis. Okay, here it is two term. That hibiscus is genus and rosa senis. Rosa senis is a single term. Okay, so rosa senis is the specific name. So my dear student, when you will write handwritten, okay, so handwritten you have to underline it. So whenever you will write, you have to underline like this, separate. So hibiscus is the genus, okay, and this is the species. So under your that scientific name, you just write for each and every name. When you will write the scientific name, likewise you label it, okay, mark it, that which one is genus, which one is species. So when you will write the handwritten, then you have to represent in this way, okay, clear. So my dear student, I hope that you have understood. So both the word in scientific name, okay, when handwritten you have to underline it separately, clear. Whenever it is in printed, it is italics. So you may see that the scientific name here, it is in italics. So hibiscus is the genus for China rose, okay, and rosa senis is the specific name, okay, species name. Number 4 rule for nomenclature is the first word denoting the genus. Okay, so the first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter. So you may see here, okay, an example is given, Magnifiera indica. So Magnifiera indica is the scientific name for mango. Okay, so here the genus is the Magnifiera and indica is the species. So you may see the first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter. Can you see the Magnifiera is started with capital M, and there in hibiscus also you will see the genus, it is started with capital letter H. Okay, while the specific name starts with a small letter, whereas rosa senis or indica, you will see that their starting letter is always a small letter. Okay, so number 4th rule, what we came to know, that the genus, the word always starts with capital letter and the specific name always starts with small letter. Clear? So it can be illustrated with the example Magnifiera indica. So whenever you will write in handwritten, so you will be writing in your copy. So when you will write in your copy, you just underline separate, and as I have shown there how you have to mark genus and species below there. Okay, so my dear student, today we came to know about the rules of binomial nomenclature, rules of scientific name. So first rule, what we came to know, that scientific name should be always written in binomial or in, that is in two words. The first word always represent the genus, second word always represent the species. The second rule we came to know, that the scientific names are generally written in Latin language or derivatives of Latin. Number 3rd rule we came to know, that scientific name when handwritten are separately underlined. When it is printed in italics. Okay, then 4th rule we came to know, that the first word denoting the genus always starts with capital letter and the species name always starts with a small letter. Clear? So with this we came to know about 4 rules, important rules of nomenclature. So while writing a scientific name, these are the 4 rules which must be followed while naming an organism. Okay, my dear student. So there are many other rules, but these 4 rules we should know very carefully. Okay, so with this today's class we end here. So thank you and have a good day.